I have 3 new micro SaaS ideas I want to share with you because micro SaaS is an amazing niche to be in. It has recurring revenue, predictable cash flows, and it can be started by a solo dev with no outside funding. To go and build a cool micro SaaS, you're going to need to start off with an awesome idea, and that's where I have you covered in this video. So let's dive into the first idea here. And so I had this idea when I was out looking for a restaurant. I spend all my time on Google reviews when I'm looking for a place. I want a place that has both a lot of reviews and high quality reviews, as this gives me a really good indication that the food is probably really good. And I think this is the way a lot of people go and find new restaurants, especially in a place they haven't been before, because that means no friend recommendations to help guide them where to eat. However, a lot of restaurants and any local business in general, they don't really ask for reviews, even though it's so crucial into getting new foot traffic in the door. There might be a casual leave a review, but there's no structured process. And so I think there's an opportunity for a tool that's going to combine a few different categories into one. Now you could break this up and do it separately, but I think they're pretty easy to combine together. And so this idea would be a gated review tool that's also going to include a survey. And so the way I envision this process working is that on the table, if you're at a restaurant, or next to the cashier, if you're at any local business, it's going to have a QR code and it's going to say, hey, get 10% off your purchase if you fill out this survey and then possibly leave a review. And so it's going to ask a few questions, and then based on how the survey response goes, you're going to either ask them for a review or more feedback. This could even be done with just one question. So the first question is going to be a bunch of different smiley faces from angry to happy with how your experience was today. Then let's say they answer really happy. It's going to lead them directly to, do you mind posting a review for us? This will complete your 10% off coupon. And that business goes and gets a review. They have negative feedback. Maybe they press that angry face. It's going to ask them some further follow-up questions so you can find out what to improve. So it's going to do 2 things. It's going to, 1, increase that business's rankings on Google or wherever they're leaving a review. And it's also going to give them valuable feedback from customers who are angry. You don't really want angry customers leaving a feedback review with lots of negativity, especially if you can prevent it. You could also do this real time as well, as if they have a negative experience, you can go and address that concern directly. And if you're a customer and you're angry about something, you might not want to say it out loud, but if you write it down and someone gives you a solution to it or remedies the problem instantly, it's going to make your entire experience so much better. So let's move on to the second idea in this video. I'm going to call this idea auto FAQs. And so let me explain how I think this idea could work. So about once a month, I go through all my customer emails and I look for common questions that have been asked. As overall, I'm trying to reduce the load of questions, and if someone can go and find an answer instantly in an FAQ form or anywhere on my website, that's going to save me from having to go and answer more emails, and they're going to get their answer instantly without having to wait for my response. And so I'll go through these emails, find common questions, and then I'll manually go and create different FAQs. But it's a very manual process. It can take 30 minutes to an hour every single month, and it's something I have to remember to do. And if you're running something like an e-commerce store where you're getting possibly hundreds to thousands of emails a day, this can be extremely time consuming. So I'm envisioning a tool that's going to digest all the emails. It's going to take the last months of emails, group them by commonly asked questions. So you're going to be integrating AI, possibly OpenAI's API here to digest this data and then create automatically generated FAQs. So it's going to take your answers combined with the questions and group these all together. So it's going to just have a printout where you can go and add this to any FAQ platform you're using, as the answers are already in there because you've taken the time to respond. So overall, I don't envision this necessarily being a massive product, but it could be a cool micro SaaS opportunity that's going to help founders or store owners, depending on the niche you want to target, save time every single month. And it's one of those costs that may not be directly obvious, but the more time you're spending on customer service is time you could be spending elsewhere. Our third and final micro SaaS idea is going to go back to the restaurant industry. And this could be a tool that I've seen many e-commerce platforms integrate, and coffee shops do it as well, as it's extremely valuable to see what your customers are buying and to entice them to come back. And so I'm envisioning this as a restaurant loyalty program. As personally, I go to the same restaurant at least a few times a month, but there's no reward for going back. I simply just like the food and I think it's reasonably priced. But I personally find it odd, as many online businesses do it, but local businesses aren't tracking if they have repeat customers coming back again, how much they're spending, and there's no reward for going back. Coffee shops have the buy 9 coffees, get your 10th free as an enticing way to get people returning. But most restaurants don't have anything along those lines. It can even be things such as email reminders like, you haven't been here in a few months, come back and we'll give you 20% off. Many e-commerce companies do this after a customer has first purchased, as it's so much easier to get a repeat customer to come back than it is to go and acquire a new customer. So with this tool, you got to make it really easy to sign up. Maybe it's getting 5% off your next purchase if you sign up today. You can do all these things around limited time coupons. Maybe you have exclusive dishes for loyalty customers only, maybe a special menu, but overall a tool that's really popular in the online world that I haven't seen in as many physical locations. If you've gotten this far in the video, I'm sure you want to build your own micro SaaS. I have free micro SaaS ideas you can steal for free. Just check out the link in the description below. I also have a course on how to build your own micro SaaS as well. Even if you don't have any SaaS experience or any product ideas, there's a link for this in the description below as well. So this is going to conclude the video here on 3 new micro SaaS ideas. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would love it so much if you smash that like and subscribe button below. If you have any questions or any additional ideas or anything you want to add, leave that below. And I'm coming out with new SaaS videos all the time, just like this one, so make sure you check out the channel. Thank you so much for watching and make sure to subscribe.